works so you can play.
MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome Wargamers to a special video. I'm going to be showcasing the two 1500 point Space Wolves armies that I'm going to be bringing to Valhalla. I'm going to be bringing my Chaos in addition to these, but I just want to show off these ones because they're new and they're exciting and they're just beautiful. I can say that because I didn't paint them myself, so I'm not boasting of my own skill. Talented painters painted these. So anyway, here is the first one. Here, take a look at this. This is how I'm packing it. You may or may not agree with the method, but I want to fit it all into one case, and so that's why I'm doing it this way. So this is the first 1500 point list that I'm going to be bringing. This is the Wolves Unleashed detachment, and that's the primary detachment that I'm going to be bringing. That's this right here. This over here is formation. That's the Arjak Rockfist formation, which is the King's Guard formation. But going back over here, I have here a Wolf Lord in power armor. He's actually upgraded to have the armor of Russ. And so what that does is it gives him a 2+4+, and in a challenge, the enemy that he's fighting takes a -5 penalty to his initiative, which is actually really good. It would be even better if he didn't have wolf claws, but this is the only model that I have modeled like that, and I didn't want to just bring any model. I wanted it to be a model that looked like a Wolf Lord. And so these guys actually don't have the right size base as well. They should have this size base, but like I said, because they represent the Wolf Lords, I chose to do that. But they are actually equipped with the Wolf Claws, which give them +1 to their strength, but it's still only AP3. Now the other thing that he has is the Helm of Durfast. That means that he rerolls his failed 2-hit rolls, and his shooting attacks ignore cover. So that's pretty sweet. It would be even better if he had a weapon that actually was good at shooting things instead of just his regular bolter, but it's fine. Now the other guy right here, this is the other HQ choice. There's actually 2 HQs in this. Arjak isn't an HQ, he's an elite choice. So the other HQ, he's armed with the Wolfenstone. So what that does is it gives his unit Furious Charge, and he himself is granted Rage. He has the Rage special rule now because of that. And they both actually have the Belt of Rust, which give them 4-up invuln saves, which only matters in his case because he is upgraded with Runic Armor, which gives him a 2+, 6+, but because of the Belt of Rust, he now has a 4-up invuln save. So that'll be good. And the reason why I'm bringing 2 HQs attached to Grey Hunter squads is because of the Wolves Unleashed detachment. What that does is on a 4+ at the beginning of the game, these units are granted outflank. Now that's a big deal because it all depends on deployment, and it'll help me out a lot if I happen to make those rolls. Now going on to the Grey Hunter squads themselves, the first squad here, there is a Flamer, a Melta, the champion, the pack leader here. He has a power sword and a plasma pistol, and there's another regular Wolf Grey Hunter in the squad there who has a banner, which means that any model within, it's either 6 or 12, and I think it might be 6. Within 6 inches of him gains an extra attack. So this whole squad gains an extra attack. And he also has a power fist. And the reason why I chose to do that is because typically I would put a power fist on my champion here, but in a challenge, he goes second, chances there he's gonna be wiped out before I can use the power fist. Whereas this guy, he can be behind him or behind other guys, and he can actually get his power fist attacks off and not be killed right away. So I'm gonna try that strategy when I field this squad, when I am in close combat. And I have upgraded the squad to have an extra close combat attack each. It's an extra 2 points per model, and so I just wanted to do that just to make them more viable. Now they do have counterattack, which is awesome, because if I charge I get 3 attacks, or if I am charged, then I also get 3 attacks, and I don't have to make a leadership roll anymore. So that makes it really, really useful. Now going on to this squad right here, there is 2 plasma guns in the squad, and the champion there has a plasma pistol and a power sword. And I also have a power fist on another guy in the squad. So that's why Grey Hunters are awesome. I can't wait to field these guys and see what they do. And hopefully they can outflank really well. Originally, what I was going to do was put them in rhinos and move them up the board. But in a 1,500 point list, it would have limited my options for this formation over here. I really wanted to bring this formation. Now what I am doing is I'm actually proxying this Land Raider. It should be a Land Raider Crusader. It should have the Hurricane Bolters and the Twin-Linked Assault Cannon up top. This is just a regular Land Raider. And that's actually my mistake. I ordered this as opposed to the other one, and I should have ordered the other one. And the reason why I need a Land Raider Crusader is because it's needed for this formation. So I'm just going to proxy it in the game. Now this formation here, it has Arjak as the, and I say it Arjak and not Aryak because typically you do say the J's as Y's, but apparently after an R, it's pronounced with a hard J. So that's just how I'm going to do it from now on. Arjak. He's got some awesome abilities. I love his hammer because he's pretty much Thor. He can throw his hammer 6 inches and it comes right back to him. I think that's the only model that I've seen that has a melee weapon that can actually be thrown. There are probably others out there, but he's the only one I've actually seen. The Wolfguard Terminators, they have Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields. 15 point upgrade per guy, so we'll see how that works. So talking about the formation a little bit more, it's called Arjak's Shield Brothers, and the special rules that they are given is first among equals is the first one, and that means that they have the preferred enemy special rule when they're fighting in a challenge. So the leaders, so there's one leader in here, and then I guess he himself, right? He would count as a leader, although it doesn't say that actually. It doesn't say that he himself has it. It's probably just the leader that has it, but I don't know. We'll have to see exactly. Kingsguard, this is the ability that's awesome. They get +1 weapon skill, which is really useful, especially against fighting Marines. They have Hammer of Wrath, which is also very helpful. They can take out an extra guy if they get a chance to before they actually make it into combat. Protect the King is a special rule that they are given. And so as long as Logan Grimnar is alive and on the battlefield, all models in this formation have the Fearless special rule. And if Logan is slain, the Fearless special rule is replaced with the Zealot special rule. Now, I am going to be bringing Logan Grimnar to Valhalla. I am going to be fielding him. And so he's not actually part of this 1,500 point list, but just to compensate for that, I might include him just because he's so awesome. That would make it a 1750 game, and we'll see how that fares, because there isn't actually a whole lot of models in this army, so that might be good, it might not be. I'll have to see just by trying it. Shield Wall, rather. This is next ability here. And it says here that any model in this formation that is in base contact with at least one other model in this formation has +1 toughness. And each time a model from this formation passes an invulnerable save against a close combat attack on the roll of a 6, the unit that has made the attack suffers an immediate hit resolved at Strength 8 AP2 using random allocation. This hit, it has the concussive special rule. So these guys are beasts in close combat. They are weapon skill 5, toughness 5, they have 3-up invuln, they attack back, they have a special attack back if they make a save, and well, that's actually if they make an invulnerable save, so they gotta make it just a regular one. So they're actually really good against fighting elite units as well. So I'm excited to field this formation. I didn't because I didn't have Arjak, but now that I have him, I'm gonna just proxy the Land Raider and field him. So that is the 1,500 point list in its entirety. And I'll be fielding this at Valhalla. So leave your comments, let me know what you think. Let me know what other options you would give the Grey Hunters, if you would give them other options. And I'm going to experiment, just see how it goes. And the #1 goal here is to have fun with this, and so if it loses horribly, then I'll know. I'll know that I got to kind of tweak it a bit to make it a little better. And I am getting an actual Land Raider Crusader, so that'll come in eventually, but right now it's just going to be that. So now, let's go on to the second 1,500 point list. And this is the second 1,500 point list. It's unbound. And there's a formation in here, which is the Brethren of the Fell-Handed formation, which is right here. That's Bjorn. And I'm going to have him equipped with his cannon, his special Space Wolves cannon, the Hellfrost cannon. Is that what it's called? Something like that. I'm still new, guys. I'm still learning all the names of the weapons, but it's the special one that has the multiple stat line where I can choose between the different strengths and everything. But that's him. And Bjorn's awesome by himself because he's got a 5-up invuln save, and so the good thing about him is that he's weapon skill and ballistic skill 6. He's front armor 13. He's actually a venerable dreadnought. That's kind of his stats, except he has better stats for weapon skill and ballistic skill. He's got a Cell Cannon, Searchlight. That's his basic war gear. But like I said, I'm going to put the other weapon on him. He's an Ancient Tactician, which, like I said, gives him. Actually, you know what? That's different. That's different what I was talking about before. Ancient Tactician allows him to +1 to his Seize the Initiative roll if I happen to make that. So it's a little bit better chance that he can go first if he loses that roll. Ward of the Primarch, that means he's got a 5-up invuln save just because he's awesome like that. Saga of Majesty. Now normally if he was in a regular game, that means that all friendly units with the Space Wolves faction within 12 inches of him must reroll failed morale checks and penny tests. So since it's unbound, that may be different. But his weapon here, his True Claw, it's pretty sweet. It's strength 10 AP2. It's mastercrafted, and it's shred. So that'll help in close combat as well. Now going back to the formation itself, there's a special rule called the Blessing of Russ. That means that any dreadnought that's within 6 inches of Bjorn, they gain a 5-up invuln save. As you can see, they're armed with their blizzard axes and their shields, which actually give them a 3-up invuln save, provided that's something attacking their front armor. But because they're within 6 inches of him, they get a 5-up invuln save on their side and rear armor. So that's helpful. It makes them more survivable. And let me tell you, I've fielded these guys before, and dreadnoughts with a 3-up invuln save on the front armor is insane. They are terrifying, and it's just a lot of fun when they are in close combat. Another special rule that these guys are given is called Warriors of Legend. So as long as Bjorn is still alive, these guys get to reroll their fail 2-hit rolls in combat. So that's really awesome. That makes them that much better in close combat as well. And they are given the Adamantium Will special rule. So that's against the Dreadnought, which is kind of unheard of, but since they're part of this formation, they're granted it. And last but not least, there's the Saga-born special rule, which means that characters that are part of the formation have to accept and issue challenges wherever possible. And so that'd be him. He's a character Dreadnought, so then he would have to do that, which is pretty sweet. And the other rule, as one of the restrictions rather, for this formation is that the other Dreadnoughts have to be venerable Dreadnoughts, which is good. So I just make my opponent re-roll their armored penetration rolls if I don't like it. It's my choice though, so I can keep it if it doesn't kill me, because I made that mistake once. There was a weapon destroyed result or something, and I got him to re-roll it, and then he exploded it. So as long as it doesn't kill me, I'm going to leave it, and that's my new method with these guys, because they're just too valuable to just have killed right away. And the rest of the army is just Wolfguard Terminators with Thunderhammers and Storm Shields inside regular Land Raiders. And there's 2 of them, 2 squads of them. So it's a very elite army. It's an unbound army. It's either going to really do very well for me, or I'm just going to get slaughtered because a million shots are going to come my way and kill my Terminators, and then I'll be kind of left holding the bag. But I want to bring it just because I don't typically bring a whole bunch of Terminators at all with anything, but because of the Space Wolves and how good they are, that's why I'm bringing them. With Chaos, I don't bring Terminators. It's very rare that I do. So I'm excited for this, and so we'll see how this fares on the battlefield. And please do leave your comments regarding this 1,500 point list. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you have fielded similar lists or even this list itself and how it's worked out for you. Please do leave your comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Happy wargaming.